Yes, people. Yeah, I see it. All the fire, all the love hearts for this tune. This is a great vibe, great energy. And of course, we've got Nature Ellis joining us right now, live and direct, okay? We're getting ready to talk to him. Make sure you show him some love, some fire, some energy each and every time. Big shout out to all those as well who've been sending emojis through. Looking forward to this particular artist coming through, okay? If you're just locking in, this is the Big Bad Station, arawakradio.com, with yours truly, DJ Kat the Katalyst. So, Nature Ellis, you there?
I am here. Give thanks.
Give thanks each and every time. So tell the listeners, who is Nature Ellis? Tell us who you are.
Yes, Nature Ellis is a reggae artist, born in Jamaica, raised in Jamaica, all about conscious messages in the music.
Definitely.
My mother and father named me Andre Ellis. But my artist name is Nature Ellis, as you said.
For real.
Artist from Jamaica.
For real. Pure energy, pure vibe. So why Nature Ellis? Why did you change it to that?
Yes, what happened? At first, I was just Nature.
Okay.
But I realized that with regards to finding nature, when you type in nature, when you're looking for me, on the internet, for example, you will see a lot of trees and rivers, and mountains. So what I did, I add my surname, which is Ellis. So now it's Nature Ellis.
Okay. And so
easier to find found right now.
Definitely.
Nature Ellis.
For real. So how did your journey begin in the music? How did it all start for you?
Ever since I know myself, since I was a child, I just love music. I've always been humming something. But when I was 9 years old, I was selected. I did a performance in my community. A sound system was in my community that where a lot of artists perform on it time to time during the week.
Yeah.
So one evening I decided that me and a friend of mine decided that we are gonna go by and hold the microphone and chant something and sing something, and we did that. We planned it and write a song, and we did that, and we went and hold the microphone, and the vibe was great.
For real.
I mean, the feed forward was very good, and everyone loved the vibe and thing, So since then that motivated, and plus I perform at school. There was a concert going on at school as well. I think probably in the same year.
Yeah.
And my form teacher decided that I should represent my class.
Nice.
And when I did represent my class, the reception was overwhelmingly great. And, that double motivated me as well to know that, okay, this is what I can do. And this is what people like to see I do. From a child, I knew that this is my talent, so I started to nurture it since then.
For real, definitely. And so, tell us a little bit about yourself and reggae music and what it means to you. What does reggae mean to you as an artist?
Yes, what reggae music means to I and I as an artist is consciousness. Upliftment within the music, the music that talk about what's going on, whether in politics, whether in normal, within your homes, within the community, and reggae touch all these topics, but all these topics are about bringing people together.
Yeah.
So reggae music is a unity music. That's how it was created for. This is what our forefathers used in music to do, to create unity, to promote equal rights and justice.
For real.
Definitely. And ever since, even in 2002, when I won a scholarship in singing and writing, when I represented my high school, St. James High, it was just about conscious. I wrote a song titled Mercy I Pray. And that gave me the first runner-up, and I won a trophy and a scholarship in singing and writing. So ever since doing music, I always find myself gravitating into artists that does conscious music.
Yeah.
And I just find myself being inspired with conscious lyrics and conscious meditation to the people.
For real. And speaking of that, one of the songs that kind of drew me to you as an artist was called Freedom. And I wanted to know the story behind that song or what made you do it.
Yes, the story behind that song, we're actually creating the Revolution Choice album.
Okay.
That's my latest album that went number one on the USA iTunes chart some months ago.
Yeah.
Well, what happened? It's produced by Ambassador of Choice Records. But what happened? We decided that the album was going to be named Revolution Choice.
Yeah.
And when I look around, I realize that even in this day and age, we are not free.
For real.
We are not free to speak our minds. You understand? We are not free to say, okay, this is what is right and that is wrong, in your opinion. People are still being murdered for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People rights have been taken away just to speak up, you know what I mean, to protect their families and loved ones and their community and their country.
Yeah.
So I found it that a song such as Freedom, Free the Dumb, you know, came in place. So that's the inspiration behind this song, titled Freedom.
Yeah, definitely. And people, if you haven't heard that tune, definitely go and check it out. It's a definite tune. Even the videos, great works as well. And I know you did some work with Luciano as well on a tune called Djkat. How did that kind of connection and collab happen?
Yes, it was the same creation of the Revolution Choice album.
Yeah.
When I decided that I should do a song with someone who is out there and who has been carrying the torch regards to the conscious reggae music is concerned. So I said to myself, I would love to do a song with Luciano because I always admire the way he keeps the consciousness going for decades. So I said, okay, I will do a collaboration. So when I had the chorus of the song, and I went to see Luciano, and we decided that I sent him the rhythm, and one day he called me and said, okay, Nature, meet me up by Jara Studio. So I just jumped in my car and moved up by Jara Studio, and he said, Nature, let me hear what you have. And I started to sing the chorus, and then he started to put in some parts, and I put in another part, he put in another part. Within minutes the song was finished and recorded, and you know what I mean, was like magic in regards to the preparation that we have been preparing ourselves over the years musically. So and he loved it very much. I loved it from the start, and everyone who was in the studio was very pleased. And knew that this song was a very great song. So we made sure that we promoted that song as one of the main tracks on the album Revolution Choice, along with Freedom. And you know, so many great tracks on the album, you know what I mean? But it's a privilege to do a song with Luciano, because Luciano is a man who has been carrying the torch for so long and still doing it and still doing great music. So it's an honor for I and I as an artist who is just coming in the business comparing to a Luciano to be doing a collab with a great Luciano. So it's an honor.
Definitely. And it's a great sounding track as well, so people go and check it out. But I also wanted to know, I know you've got this great album, Revolution Choice, but tell us about the album, The Awaken. How did that all come about as well?
Yes, I'm happy to ask. First, let me say, the Revolution Choice album was released this year.
Yeah.
Right? In 2021. But the Awaken album was released in 2020.
Okay.
Last year, February. So what happened when I did the Awaken album? I was just inspired, just to do an album titled Awaken, and that was just before the whole pandemic started and all of these chaos, all of these things going on with the coronavirus and all these things going on in the world, you know what I mean? The pandemic or pandemic,
Yeah.
So the Awaken album was an album that I put out to appealing to the people to wake up, open your eyes, time to realize that what needed to be done and what you need to know, time to get the knowledge and time to search for the knowledge which can bring us together in a positive way, and overcome the evil.
For real.
So I did that album and been doing great. But when I met the CEO of Ambassador of Choice, and we decided that we should do an album. I said I first thought that why should I do an album when I just had an album last year? But when I look into the whole thing, I realized that people need the message out there.
Yeah.
So we can't think about only business in this time. We have to think about saving lives. And pray that while saving lives with the music, we would support it and realize the benefits good music has to offer, and realize that supporting this good music can help to make this world a better place. So that's how the Awaken album was done last year, and here comes the Revolution Choice album this year, and they are both doing well, and we urge people out here to
Definitely
go and support these albums,
For real. But you know what? You've set the bar high now. So you've done one last year, this year, maybe next year as well.
Well, yeah, because I am nature, and nature is natural, and we don't sit down and say, okay, this is what we're gonna do, and if we should all do that, we will not do what we need to do when the Almighty calls us or when the universe calls us.
Definitely.
We're gonna be thinking about, oh, this is not a good business plan or this or that, but when this thing right now is going on, is bigger than business. It's about saving life.
Yeah.
Without saving people, and people are the most important asset in business, and we need to care about the people first, and because that's what reggae music is about.
Definitely.
So we as reggae artists should remember and know that the cause for reggae music is what we need to understand. What's the reason we are here? And the reason is to spread good music through the genre to elevate people,
For real.
no matter where you're from.
Definitely. And so, who influences you? Who are your kind of influences, your inspirations for Nature Ellis? Tell us.
So many artists influenced since I was a child coming up. I love Garnet Silk music.
Yeah.
Garnet Silk is one of the artists that really inspire. I love Dennis Brown music. I love Jackie music as well.
Yeah.
I love Bob Marley music, Jimmy Cliff. I love Tracy Chapman music. The list goes on. Brian McKnight, Lucky Dube.
Yeah.
So many artists. Luciano. You know what I mean? So there are so many artists that I've been inspired by, and so I'm just here now to continue this great work and to be a part of this great family of conscious reggae artists, So, that's what I'm here about right now. Just putting out some great works so people can be elevated mentally, physically, spiritually, and if they can be even financially benefited, so that they can help to finance the almighty work. That would be very nice as well.
Definitely, for real. And so, when it comes to the music and your message, what would you like young people to take away from your music?
Well, what I would like people in general to take from my music is the understanding that we all should respect each other.
Yeah.
And we should listen to each other, and that's the only way, through communication. And that's why even the song Freedom came along, as I was saying before, because without the chance to communicate, to let your voices be heard, no matter which race or creed or which religion. If you can't be able to, if we can't able to come together as whether just a common man in the street, a normal civilian, or leaders of the world we all people voted for to run their countries. You know what I mean? If all of us can come together and sit down and say, what do we need to do? What can we do to make this world a better place without having ulterior motive regard, without having deceit in the back of their head. You know what I mean? If we can come together and with a clear conscience and the aim of saving humanity, saving lives. Yes, that's what I want my music to be about. That's what my music is about as well. So, about saving lives, educating people, opening people's eyes, and know that the revolution doesn't necessarily have to be about guns and ammunition and war.
Yeah.
It can also be psychologically strengthening yourself and knowing the truth. And when you know the truth, we all can make better decisions. So that's what I would like once to take away from my music.
Definitely.
Their eyes being open. Yeah.
For real. And so, how can people connect with you, on social media and so on? How can they do that?
Yes, you can connect to I on Instagram at official Nature Ellis Music. And I repeat, official Nature Ellis Music. You can also connect on Facebook at Andre Nature Ellis. And you can also contact I my email, naturemusicmovement@gmail.com. But if all of that is too hard to remember, just contact I on Instagram, official Nature Ellis Music.
For real, for real. And before we say goodbye for now, would you be up for doing a little something live for the listeners out there?
Sure.
Blessings. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Express yourself. Everyone should be able to express themselves freely. Freedom, 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 so that they can speak. Nature and sunset, freedom, yeah, freedom, freedom. You should be free to speak, yeah. We need free speech so that the messenger can teach. So the people realize their crooked lives. Free up your messenger, so Jaja words can reach ya. Free up your messenger of truth and rights, yeah. Freedom, 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 so that they can speak, yeah. Free like a Marcos speech, like the Whalers lyrics. Free like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King's speech. So many lose their lives because they speak the truth. Malcolm X and Martin Luther King got executed, but still we have the freedom. Freedom. Freedom, so that they can speak, yeah. Yes, the Orthodox teach so you can learn. Yes, the Biggie man teach so you can learn. Yes, the Bobo man teach so you can learn. Yes, the 12 track teach so you can learn. Freedom, 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 so that they can speak.
Hey. Yeah, man. when you were singing, everybody was sending fire through. Definitely pure love and blessings. It's been an honor and a blessing to speak with you. I'm looking forward to our next interview on Instagram, so people keep a lookout. It's going to be a blessing. Is there any final thoughts you want to say to the listeners out there, Nature Ellis?
Yes, I want to say big respect to the label ambassador of Choice Records. Shout out to my team from Preserve Nature Entertainment. One heap of love to the ones out there who are supporting conscious music, music that can elevate ourselves and educate the generations to come. So please, I urge you to support I music, support conscious music on a whole, and that would be very lovely. And keep safe, keep studying, keep loving your neighbors, keep loving yourself.
Blessings for real. Give thanks each and every time. It's been a blessing, like I said. Until next time, just keep safe yourself and keep it going because we're loving the vibes for real.
And thanks for having me, DJ Kat.
Anytime. It's been a blessing. Give thanks.
Respect.
Bless. Yes, people, please do go and support Nature Ellis, a definite great artist to be listening to feel the vibes and the energy. Okay, I'm going to be playing that particular tune, Freedom, by the one and only Nature Ellis, and then we're going to have some new tune selection straight after. But until then, this one is called Freedom by Nature Ellis. So make sure you keep it locked in to the Big Bad Station, arrowatradio.com. Here we go.
Express yourself. Everyone should be able to express themselves freely. Free the dumb. Freedom. Free the dumb so that they can speak. Nature Ellis, I said, free the dumb. Freedom. Free the dumb. You should be free to speak, yeah. We need free speech so that the messenger can teach, so the people realize their crooked lives. Free up your messenger so Jaja works can reach ya. Free up your messenger, messenger of truth and rights, yeah. Free the dumb. Freedom, free the dumb, so that they can speak, yeah. Free the dumb, freedom, free the dumb. You should be free to speak, yeah. Free like a Marcos speech, like the well as lyrics. Free like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King's speech. So many lose their lives because they speak the truth. Malcolm X and Martin Luther King got executed, but still we have free the dumb. Freedom. Freedom. So they can speak.